ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round 6 of the IRC Esports ACC Championship here at Ricard. I am your host, Eccentric, and joining me in the commentary box today is Tanish, and your streamer for today will be WilsterG. Hello, boys. How you doing?
Hello, audience. So eccentric. I think WilsterG is muted, so we cannot ask him to speak right now. But let's see. What do you expect from today? Like, we have raced quite a lot in F1 on this track, Circuit de Paul Ricard, but this
Yeah.
time it's ACC, and I think it's much more technical than F1 since there are a lot of mid apex corners, and these cars, like we know how much heavy they are and not easy to drive since they don't have that much grip as of a F1 car. So, what do you think about that?
Yeah, this is definitely a tricky circuit, especially in GT cars. And you have to remember this is an endurance event as well. So there'll be a 15-minute quali, followed by a 90-minute race with one mandatory pit stop and no mandatory tire change. So yeah, some corners that are flat in the F1 car might not be flat in this track. Example, turn 10. Very tricky to get it right. And of course, there's track limits as well, which are known to be very notorious in this
Yep.
game on this track.
Yep, so it would be a challenge for the drivers. It's a tricky track with an endurance race, so no for drivers. So it's a total challenge for them. But I
Yep,
think they
definitely.
would get some like relaxation when they'll go on the main straight. Like I would not say main straight; it's a back straight, right? 1.8 kilometers long, so they can relax at that point. Of course, when they're
Yeah.
not battling someone.
Unless if you're driving in a McLaren or a Porsche, then I think you're going to get eaten up because you
Oh,
have basically no straight line speed if you're in
sorry
the
to
McLaren
interrupt, but
or
I
a
think
Porsche.
Masum was just angry on that cone. He just, like it took him can't
True,
kick that
true.
cone.
So we're already in qualifying, I think 2.5 minutes in.
Yep, it's 12 minutes remaining, and I think for now no one has put a lap yet. So, yep, I mean, okay. How would they? It's just 12 minutes remaining and only 3 minutes in the quali. So, me dump, that's it.
So who do you think will take pole today?
Uh, for now, I think it can be any McLaren driver since we know how good McLaren is in this game. But I think since we know like Marsum is driving a Ferrari, Davlish in Lambo, so we can't count these drivers out. So, but I think it should be Marsum. What do you think on pole?
Since you said Masu, I'm going to go ahead and say Davlish just for competition. But yeah, I think those two will be top two. Unless we see some surprise entry. Like I'm sorry, I forgot about Imamit. I don't know how. I think even he'll be up there. But I think it's going to be Davlish, Amit, and Masoom. Or I may be wrong about that. But yeah, I think those three will be the top three. And after them, I think UT Cool Guy and all those guys from the pro class will be there. And I think one special entry would be SD since he's driving the McLaren and I've heard it's OP around here. So yeah, he could be a factor as well.
Yep, true. But I was not aware like SD is also driving. Yeah, wait, no. Did he drive the last race? I'm not sure
Yes,
though.
I think he did. I'm pretty sure.
Or maybe we are coming after so long. I think it was a 2 week break, so
Yeah, true,
I just
true.
forgot about it. Well, I think we see one lap time by Masoom. So, yep, I think lap times will start to rain from now. The drivers got benchmark to. I would not say it's the final benchmark, but yep, they got an idea what times they're gonna chase. Okay, so I think there's not much action happening on track right now. We can see everyone is trying to get the best laps out there. Okay, well, these cars are so I can see like drivers are struggling to get car into the proper line on the track.
Yep, very tricky, especially the exit onto the straight. Like you need to get that exit spot on, or else you're just going to be losing time down the entire like super long straight.
Yup, so it's like all the technical corners lead on to the long straight. So small mistake and you're gone. Oh, okay. Worship the Panda is the closest to. not so Masoom right now, and still okay. For now, 1.3 seconds behind. So I think Masoom put a decent lap for now.
I may just be back in 2 minutes. I need to start something else.
Yep, sure. So for now, as we can see, the top three are occupied by not so Masoom, Worship the Panda, and its lenders. Its lenders and Kubarabi are quite close to each other, so that's would be a like okay now let's see because Davlish has still not put in a lap yet, so he would be I think one of the top three drivers in quali. Yep, let's see as 9 minutes remain and we see Davlish going through turn one, turn two. I think he got a decent exit through turn two. He's been validated. I don't know if he's been validated or he just messed up his lap. So he's about to do his lap. But now we are on board with Masoom, who is, I think, on his hot lap, seeing his lines. Okay, so through a series of corners and again to the corner leading on to the main straight, which is 1.8 kilometer long on this track. So yeah, you really need to get that exit right to gain a lot of time on this straight. Because if you mess up the exit to the previous corner, then you will lose a hell lot of time on this straight. So yeah, let's see. For now, there is not much happening on the track. I just see drivers putting in laps yet, but only a few of them. For 22 drivers, I can see only 11 drivers have put in a lap time yet. So yeah, we have to wait and watch what we can expect today. So it okay. We can't. Okay, that's shame. I cannot see the delta in this game.
Tanish, is this Discord stream fine for you? Because I want to know if it's on my end.
I think earlier it was a sluggish, slightly sluggish, but now it's okay. Now,
It's okay. No worries.
yep. So let's continue whatever it is. I hope the stream is good on YouTube, at least. Yeah, it's working perfectly on YouTube, so that's good. So it's 7 minutes remain in quali, and I think okay, Helium comes back into P3 with a lap time 2.3 seconds slower than Not So Masoom. So yeah,
Yep, there's a big delta between the drivers right now, and uh, the lags like Davlesh and Amamek are still not yet put a time on the board. Actually, half the grid has not put a time on the board. So
yep.
yeah, let's see.
Probably is there also track like evolution in this game in the final few minutes like F1? We are not sure. Probably
I
it's
think
the
there is. I'm pretty sure the track becomes optimum towards the end and starts off as fast, I believe, if I'm not wrong.
yep. I
So yeah,
think the
the
track
faster
is
laps will be towards the end.
yep. As you can see on the right top, the track is optimum now only. Drivers must be trying to get their laps now so that they get the right temperatures of tracks to get their laps. Right? Because the tire temperatures I think matter a lot in this game. Because if you overheat the tires, you'll lose a hell lot of grip. So Quantum in his Merc trying to get a decent lap again. For now, his lap is 5 seconds slower than Masum. I think it's not his representative lap. So yeah, we'll wait and watch what lap time he can get. Meanwhile, Propi goes P3. Oh my god, that's it. Although it's 2 seconds slower, but still very close to Worship the Panda, only 2 tenths away from him. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, right now they don't care about the time. It's all about position right now, and Propi will be very happy to be up there in
yep,
P3 with how everyone have put their laps in.
agreed, properly agreed with that. So okay, I see a car running off track. And dude, I really like these, like the runoff area of this track. You know, it's I don't know what exactly that is, but it's something synthetic, right? Up from it looks so good. Like I really think if we can get these on track like Silverstone, how good that track would look like.
Yeah, true.
What do you think about that?
I'm sorry, I think you cut off from me. I didn't hear that question. Apologies.
Oh, so basically, I was asking like if we get the runoff area of this track, you know, it's
Yeah.
something synthetic. Like I'm not sure, but it's not gravel, that's for sure, right? So what if we get these on a track like Silverstone? How good the track would look like? Sorry, but did I cut again? Anyways, I think we should continue for now. I'll continue for now. Maybe there's slight disturbances, which will probably get fixed soon. So yep, let's see what's happening on the
Yeah,
track
I
right now.
don't know why my internet is acting up so badly, but yeah, I think it should be fine from now on. Sorry about that.
Yep, no issues, dude. It happens. So yep, I think we should now see what's happening on the track.
Yep.
So,
2 minutes to go, and yeah, Masoom comfortably in the lead, 1.79 seconds ahead of P2, and P3 is more than 2 seconds behind. So yeah, there's a huge delta between P1 and P2, which I was not expecting actually.
yep, but the
Comes down
catch is
soon.
yep, the catch is that we are still waiting for the lap time from the and Smith. So even Kapil, but I think he's still in the pits. Is he trying to last to first challenge in the game as well?
I
Because
mean,
that's
that'll
not
be such
easy
a
here.
couple thing to do.
We all know how how I should place it. A couple love, I would not say adventures or something, something different from others.
Yeah, he always has the best POVs of turn one, even on F1.
Yeah. So okay, Bashir the Panda closes the gap by 3 tenths, but still not enough to beat Masum. So Masum really got that one lap right.
Yeah, and he can still go faster because there's still almost 3 minutes left.
Yep, probably. So meanwhile, I can see the top two drivers from pro class are Masum and Panda. From silver class, they are more pro player and Kuba Rabi. I think Kuba Rabi is a new driver in this game. Am I right?
Yep, he is new. I think this is his first race, if I'm not wrong.
Yep, he recently got the game from IRC giveaway. So
Yep.
yeah, dude, he's performing really well in that class. What do you think?
Yep,
Like,
he is a tier one champion after all. Let's see. And he is currently sitting in P3. So yeah, he's got some speed.
yep, he's like okay, he's showing his real talent. Like, why is he champion in F1 game as well? So he just wants to, like carry that momentum in this game as well. So
Yep,
yeah,
absolutely.
although for now I think this stream is almost blurred for me. I don't know why, but yep, let's see. I can see it's 2 minutes remain, and yeah, so I think okay, wait, we still wait times from the and wait,
Yep, I'm not sure if they're just invalidating or just waiting till the end, but yeah, they should be out.
yep, I
Can we check if they're out? Yeah, they are on their out lap, I
yep,
believe, or it could be on a hot lap as well.
yep, they are driving, but it's like I you might be right. They might be invalidating since it's only few minutes remain to get the laps right.
Yep, definitely.
So yep, it's few only less than a minute remain. It's is it less than a minute?
Yep, it's exactly 1 minute now,
Yep,
and Panda has again closed the gap to 1 second now, and P3 is 1.9 seconds behind. Yeah, now gap opening up between P2 and P3 as well.
yep. So it's all like we have to wait till the final second. I would not say the after everyone crossed the line because it's so difficult to predict right now.
Yep, so Masoom will be starting his final lap as well. Let's see if he improves on this lap. He has a 54.1 on the board right now, and he does not improve. Okay, so I guess he has one last chance right now. I think this is everyone's last chance.
Yeah, so it's just one final go. Let's see what happens.
He gets the exit, I think, spot on, and onto the straight he goes. He will be getting like a tiny bit of slipstream, maybe worth a few milliseconds or maybe a hundredth or so.
Al-
But yeah, should every little thing counts. As we
Wilster,
see, Davlish has finally gone up to P2, but it's still half a second behind Masoom's lap, and Davlish has gone into the pit. So yeah, that's his quali done. So yeah, I think Masoom will be on pole unless Amit has other ideas.
can we go on board with myth if possible, Wilster?
There is
Okay, no.
20 seconds. When Amit goes up to P2, I think I saw that. Amit
Okay,
goes
but
up to
still
P2.
not enough to beat Masoom, so Masoom gets the pole.
Only by less than a tenth, 700. So we can go and go
That
Masoom
was
again.
close, but
Yeah,
still Masoom beats the McLaren, the OP car.
yep, definitely.
So that shows like how much he must have
Oh
practiced
my
for it.
god, he's gonna get blocked and okay. I think the Lexus was on a lap as well and just ran wide. And Masoom was like very close behind.
Yep, that
Even
was
though he
very
left a
close.
relatively decent gap, but still Masoom's that quick that he actually caught up.
I
So
think
yeah,
from
doesn't matter actually. Masoom on pole with Amit in P2 and Davlish in P3. So take us through the order, Tanish.
Yep, so if we go through the order, it's okay. So we all know it's Masoom for pole, Amit for P2, Davlish P3, Panda P4, Kuberabi P5, and that's like he's leading driver in silver class, so that's a really good quali from him. No more pro player, Slaya YT in AM class leading the AM class, Kake followed by Helium, Cylinders, Couple, Tag his one. Okay. Star by 420. Deepak Raj 95. Doddyman. Dwajin. Raja. Strock followed by Quantum. 5 Zan as well. Okay, I was not aware 5 Zan is racing. That's nice. We can expect something from this race. Okay,
Yeah.
followed by Chetan's Suri Neni. Okay, Chetan Suri Neni. Sorry, Sven. I was not able to pronounce it properly. Followed by, I think, completing the grid by Rishabh. So, yep. So it's 22 drivers for the race today. And
Yep.
it's a
And
1 hour 30-minute race. So let's see what happens.
Slayer is in P7, our leading AM class driver. So yeah, I was speaking to him yesterday and he was very quick on this track. He said it's one of his strongest tracks. And yeah, he's put it up there in P7. Very good performance in quali from him indeed.
Yep, he's showing why his this track is really good from him and why he's so strong. So yep, there I think there are a lot of I'm not sure the Masoom's quali lap. I think top three will just fly away from the rest of the grid if there's no incidents, of course. But I don't want to jinx it, so yep, no comments again.
Yeah, let's not go jinxing around like I think the last race I commented, I think me and Deepak were there and we jinxed around 6 cars when we went on board them. They would just spin or get taken out. So yeah, no, don't want any of that to happen here.
Yep. Well, I can see in com box we have Electrip as well. So Electrip, can you speak?
Hello there. I mean, is my quality really bad?
I mean, it's okay. So it's good. How are you doing,
Yep.
bud?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Excited to see
So,
the race unfold today.
so you are one of our commentators now?
Yep, I guess.
Okay, so that's one task easy for us since it's a endurance race. So it would not be easy for two of us to commentate. So it's three is the I think three is better than two.
That is true. So yeah,
Yep.
excited to see the race today. So yeah, and Masum is on pole. Yeah, that's as expected. Mid and Masum tight battle in the top two. So yeah, that's fun to see.
Yep, as we see, it's only 30 seconds remain before the session start, and drivers must be, quickly trying to press that drive button so that they don't miss it and, jump to the pits. Because if that happens, then whole effort in quali goes in vain when there is a 1 hour 30-minute race. So, yep, as we see, Masoom presses the drive button as his car jumps down from the air. I don't know why that is there in this game, but okay. So it's 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And then I think we are on to the race start with the formation lap. I think it's a formation lap, right?
Yep, it's a full formation lap today for the endurance.
Yep, so I think drivers must be going in a single profile after the start from the grid. So yeah, let's see what happens. It's It's a long race. Anything can happen. It's not, unfamous dialogue. It's not.
True.
It's even if. Oh, wait, how did I forget that dialogue? It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
It's not that. Yeah, I think it's a marathon and not a sprint. That's how the
Okay.
saying goes.
Yeah. So, yeah.
What are your predictions? Who do you think will be the top three?
So if you ask me, my predictions are okay. I would go with slightly bold predictions. The Blish P1, Myth P2. Uh, I would say Panda P3 since we have seen like Masoom is slightly unlucky from past couple of races, which I don't want to happen this time. But
Yeah,
it's
true.
just a prediction like Devilish P1, Myth P2, and Panda P3. So you guys, on to you guys. What are your predictions first? I
I
think
think.
Hendrik, you too.
Yep, I think Myth will get P1, and I think Masoom will be P2 and Tablish P3. What I would go
Okay,
for.
that's nice. Electric, what do you think?
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say Marsum P1, Mid P2, Devilish P2. I know it's a really simple way of saying it, but I feel like that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna have a tight battle till the end. I don't know, just my gut feeling.
Okay, so yep, let's see. As we see the track conditions, it's 23-degree. I think it's air temperature and 30-degree track temperature. I'm not sure which one is track. I think it's 30-degree track temperature,
Yep.
and the track is fast, so it's not optimum. So I think drivers might be struggling for the grip at the start when their tires are cooled, since even the track is not optimum and the tires would be cold at the start. So yep, they really
Yeah,
need to be cautious at the start so that they don't spin.
yeah, it'll take a few laps to get the track up to optimum, and then we'll see the lap times start ramping up.
Yep, one importantly, the race is full. I think it's a full dry race, so yep, that's slightly easier for the drivers on this track. Because I think, wait, have we seen rain on this track yet? I think it rains quite, very less on this track. So yeah, okay, as we see, we are on board with Panda, who is okay. Wait, I, I I don't think weaving helps a lot in this game. Any comments on this?
I
Like,
think what the GT3 drivers do is they brake and accelerate. I think that is more effective than weaving. So yeah, you'll
okay,
see all these drivers brake, accelerate, and that's how I believe they get, because they need to get temperature into the brakes as well, because it's getting temperature into the brakes is important as well. So that's why they do that. And now you can
yep,
see them getting into double file, getting ready for the race start.
yep. So it would be a rolling start as usual in this game. As we see one of the BMW, I think it's Slaya's BMW. Looks good apart from that nose, of course. If it was like the previous Gen 1, then it looked more cool. What do you say on that?
I disagree. I still love the way the M4 looks, and especially Slayer's livery. I like
Yep,
the
the
color
car in
combination he's
itself is,
chosen.
yep, agreed with that. Car in overall is good. It's just me telling that the front nose of that car, but okay. Car in its overall is a car, overall it's a good car, so that's really good, right? Yeah, it's a pun intended, like good, good, good.
So getting ready for a race start. I think they should be going green anytime soon, and they have gone green. I think Marsum gets a better start, and Panda behind the McLaren gets a much better start than anyone around him. It's almost three wide at the front, and I think Davlish backs out. And Imamit goes side by side with Marsum, has the inside line into turn two. Panda has the inside line on Davlish as well, but Davlish hangs on to P3.
We see one
And
of the
yeah,
cars
this
in background, but top four are very close right now. Anything can happen here. Okay, Myth dive bombs down the inside. It's a very clean move, overtakes Masoom. Devlish tries to get the move done. Okay, has to stay behind. Okay, so I think top four are sorted for now. So it's Myth followed by Masoom, followed by Davlish and Panda. Okay, Slaya overtakes, I think, Kuber Abi. Okay, Slaya is in P5 right now. I think I can see that BMW. Yes, so that's a really good start from him as well.
Yep, I think it was Nomo Prepare who had a bad start, and I think Kuberabi as well, who's dropped down. So yes, yeah, amazing start into P5, and great move from Amit to take the lead.
Yep, as I can see, normal pro player is quite down the field on P18, so I think he must have been gotten into the incident, so that's very unfortunate from him. Meanwhile, Kibarabi has also fallen down. Helium and Slayer YT makes up places. So, yep, it's race, go, go,
Oh, no, Amit
go.
goes wide. Amit's gone very wide, and that's opened the door for Masum, and he wastes no time. But they're still side by side. But Amit has the inside line into turn 11, and he somehow manages to keep the lead. But Masum tries to get the switch back, gets a better exit, but I don't think he has a good enough run on him to get the move done. But yeah, Amit already showing that he could make a few mistakes. Needs to get that out of his driving, else he might lose the lead to Masum and the guys behind.
Yep. So Masoom is like, I think he's taking it very cautiously since it's an endurance race. He must be, just like trying to stick close to the driver in front, create that pressure, ask him to, control the pace. I mean, but I can see like, okay, but others are like, quite, how should I say, desperate to get past since I can see they are just sticking very, very close to Masoom, the drivers behind. So I think they want to, quickly get past. They want to drive in clean air. But
Yep, yep.
yep, so let's see. I think the top four for now are Myth, Masoom, Davlish, and Panda, followed by Sly, Whitey, Helium, Kubarabi, 8 cylinders, Kapil, Dwajin, Starboy, Buckshrock, Pro Player, Rishabh, Faizan, Raja, Kake, Tegizwan, Chetan, Quantum, followed by Dodiman, like finishing the grid. So,
Yeah,
yep,
Kake also gets a horrible stuff because he was up in the top 8, I believe. And I think he got caught up in some incident. I think he was behind Slayer, if I'm not wrong. So he was P6, not P6, sorry, P8. And yeah, bad start for him as well.
yeah, so that's very unfortunate for him as well. But
Because I think
okay,
Davlish has made a move for P2. If you can go on board, what's happened there? I think
I think
Davlish
he missed
just
it.
straight got him on the straight, if I'm not wrong. Or maybe Masu made a mistake.
I think he must have got him onto the straight since the Masoom is still sticking close.
If they're very close going into the left-hander of turn 12, but yeah, there's no overtaking opportunity here.
So, yep. Is it possible, Wilster? Can we check the replay for this? Like, how did Davlish overtook Masoom? Is it possible for you? Um,
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
no worries,
It's
right?
fine,
It
it's
was
fine.
just like, we'll. Okay, for now, it's Smith, Davlish, and not so Masoom. So, yeah, it's okay. I mean, everyone just like there's not like okay, they are going side by side. Kibarabi and 8 cylinders. I think.
Hitzel gets the move done on Kubrabi into turn 1. Nice move there from the
No, wait,
Bentley.
sorry. I think it was Helium. Wait, who was it? I'm still
Because
confused.
it's Hitzel. Helium is in the astronaut.
Okay, so Itzel gets the move done on. I think Kibarabi.
Yeah.
Okay, so that Bentley. I think the Bentley is the fastest car in the straight line, so it'd be really difficult to get him back on the straight unless he makes a mistake.
Yeah, Bentley is certainly very quick on the straights, along with the Lexus.
So, yep, I think it's the leader has finished 2 lap and it's 5 minutes. So it's around like we can say in wait, okay, we need one more lap to get the idea of average lap time. But for now, I think okay, I think we can go on board at 12 with Dwajin. Starting, can we go on board with Dwajin? I think he's in a battle. Yep, Ferrari. Okay, is it three Ferraris? No, one
Yeah,
McLaren.
Dwajan, I think, has an insane run along, and the McLaren as well behind of, I think that's no more pro player, but Deepak Raj has the better line into turn 10. And Propi
That's
going
a
very wide there and manages to avoid the warning by just staying to the right of that bollard. I think Propi just got the better run. I know he has to stay behind Dwajan.
Oof, that was some close racing, and that was some clean racing as well. Because in these cars, through that corner, it's not easy to go side by side. So,
Yeah,
yep,
you can very easily lose the car in turn 10 because it's
yep,
very high speed and take the curb a little too much or too much turn in and your rear is gone.
yep. That's true. That's true. So, I think wait. So, Wait, Kapil, wait, did he put a lap in quali? I have to check it
He
again.
did. He qualified P9 or P10, I'm not wrong, but he was in the top 10.
Okay, so that's like okay. I thought he didn't put a lap and he like went from last to P9 already.
And I noticed that at the end of quali, he just managed to, at the end, put a lap in. I mean, even I was surprised knowing that he is the last to first king. But
So
yeah, he did put a lap.
he put the lap in like final minute and he was P11 at the start of the race. So you have to wait. Where is Kapil again?
A couple disconnect?
It looks like that. It's only 21 drivers.
Yeah, I think Kapil has disconnected. I believe so, because he's just disappeared.
Yep. So
And Slayer has made a mistake. Somehow he's managed to fall back behind Helium. Also, I think that Slayer somewhere has made a mistake that we've missed, and still Helium is up to P5, our
I,
leading silver class driver.
I think we can consider the helium space because it is like a silver class driver. Plus, I think he's a bit more experienced than Slayer, so that could have
Yep,
helped
yep.
him as well. So I think seeing the gaps. Can we go on board with Rishabh P14, Mister? I think the delta is quite less there, so there might be okay. They are in a battle. Okay, it's Shrock and Rishabh probably. Okay, he tries for a move. Okay, that's close. Oh,
He's
they did
very
not touch
close.
there.
Somehow they've not managed to make contact, but yeah, I think the shock manages to stay ahead.
Yep, that was really close because the model. I think the model is like that slight touch at that corner could have made one lose the car because it was at the back. So yep, it would have been difficult to catch the car from that point.
Yep, your car's mid corner and it'll be loaded as well. So yeah, even a small
Yep,
tap and take a lot of talent to catch that car and keep it under
yep.
control.
As you can see, we were right. Couple disconnected since I can see him in pits right now. So it's unfortunate for me. I think it's race over for him now.
Oh, no, I
So
think was that Dwajin? Yeah, Dwajin gets a horrible exit out of turn 2 and Tropy says thank you very much. And into P12 he goes. P11, sorry.
yep, that's true. Also, I think there might be a battle in front since I can see Masum is just 3 tenths behind Davli. So I think we should go on board with Masum now. Okay, so Masum, I think, wait, top three created a gap of 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds from the driver in P4. So I think they are just running away from the field. So
Yep.
can we
Panda,
say
I
it's
think, kept up for about 2.5, 3 laps. But yeah, I think the pace difference started to show after that when these guys started to get into their rhythm and stride.
yep, or it might be Panda taking it, a bit easy for now since he knows it's a long race. So he just, I don't know like how much difference tires can make in this race, but whatever it is, so he might be conserving his tires as well. What do you think?
Yep, tire conservation will be important as well, as I don't think these guys will be making a tire change because it will just cost them too much time in the pits. So I think they'll just be adding a fuel and then on their way to the end of the race.
Yep. So now we can see it's Smith in the lead as usual. The Fish, not so awesome. Panda P4. So all the top, like all the pro class drivers are like top four. So Helium is okay. So I think the field looks a bit spread out. I don't see a lot of battles happening.
Yep, the grid has spread out. I think the closest is P2 and 3 and down in P13 and 14.
Can we go on? I think we can go on board with Dwajin.
Yeah, we can go on for Dwajin and Rishabh because those three cars seem to be having a nice tussle. And I think, was that Shock? Yeah, that was Shock casually going off at
I think
turn
it
1.
was I think it was okay. Was it Dwajin? I think
Dwajin.
yeah, that was Dwajin because his car is yellow.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is Dwajin.
Yep, he's just getting a walk off the track. Or
Yep,
maybe he
and
was using some tactics to get his tires up to temperature. These tires might be not might not be
true,
at temperature
true.
for now, so it's like just go off track, use that synthetic. I don't know what to say it, but that runoff to get more temperature on the in these tires. So yeah,
Rajan, I think this is the second mistake he's made. I think he made one when he was battling Pro P as well, and now he's down in P14.
Yep, might be a possibility that there might be a wrong setup in his car because a slight diff, like I think even slightest tweaks, I would not say mistakes, but differences in the set cost you a lot of time to race. Since like you really need a proper setup for the race with these cars.
Yep, definitely.
If they, I think what do you, like, what you guys wanna comment on this? Like these cars behave very differently in high fuel and low fuel mode. Like even if we talk about an F1 game, then in high fuel and low fuel mode, it's not much of a difference. But the model in this game is so realistic that the difference between the low fuel and high fuel mode is very high.
Yep. Everything is basically as close to real life as they can in this game, and yeah, with the I think it's around. Not sure how much fuel, how much weight difference. It could be around 80 to 100 kilos of difference between a full tank and a low fuel tank. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it,
around 100 kilos.
yeah, 100 kilos. So yeah, the car will behave like 100 is a lot, especially for these cars. Yeah, it will behave a lot differently.
Yep.
And wait, Amit is down to P5. Oh my god, when did that
Did
happen?
he make a mistake?
I was
Okay,
telling Amit is prone to making mistakes and he has made one already and now he's filling in P5. I don't think he got damaged since it's France and basically impossible to hit a wall here.
that's a shame.
Yeah, but
Probably, but
still, yeah,
yep, he
if
got the
lost the lead,
the
P5.
race is long, so yep. He, I think the pace he has, he might be trying to get at least close to P2.
Yep, I think with his pace advantage, he should at least get P3 even from where he is
So,
right now.
guys, I
Let's
think
see.
seeing our commentators, like not commentators, seeing our audience, I think what they want is we should go on board with Dodiman. So I think we should go on board with Dodiman. So let's see how is he doing on the track.
Rowdyman, I
So
think, is around 6 seconds behind Chetan.
yep, he's driving that. I think it's Jensen Button McLaren livery, right?
Yeah, it seems like the Bronze GP livery.
But
Yes.
his car doesn't look very good from the back.
He
His
has damage,
reflectors,
I think. He
yep,
does have a bit of rear damage. Not sure where he got it from. But yeah, I think that will be hampering his straight line speed. And a bit of front damage, I think, from that the side view angle.
so it must be really difficult for him to drive the car right now. As I can see, he's understeering a lot with that damage. So, oh,
Oh
okay,
my
okay.
god, and a massive snap there, and it's just pitted him off at turn 11. But yeah, manages to keep it under control. So yeah, he is struggling a lot, and that damage is not helping him one bit. So I think it's not a bad idea to just pit right now because I think the
Yeah,
tires will last till the end, and you can get the damage repaired
yeah. Even I
ASAP
think that
because this is just painful.
he should pit right now. It would be much easier. I think he can push the car much more if he pits right now. Then
Yep,
so
definitely. More time on uh, no damage car is definitely helpful.
yep. So we see. Okay, battle. Okay, wait. I think the battle is still on for P1 right now. Wait, what is Mason? Okay, he's still.
If the gap is just
I
balanced
think it
out at
increased to
7 tenths, 8 tenths.
a second. So okay, wait. That was like they're. I think they are not waiting. They're properly pushing the car. Both of them.
Yep.
It looked like okay, they are driving, taking it a bit easy. No, as we see their exits, they are like proper pushing the car to the limits.
Yeah, and in that corner, you have to stay to the right of that small bollard there, or else you get a track limit warning. So yeah, you'll see them push right to the edge of the track and then finally make a sharp dart to the right to avoid the warning.
Yep. So okay, I think again, dude, it's okay. I think Kubarabi is in a battle with Starboy, if I'm not wrong. Yes, he's still those two.
He
But
would be showing good pace actually after his bad start.
yep, he's like since his first race. Sometimes a driver struggles a lot with the pressure. Like you perform good in quali, then in race it's happened. So he's like holding his nerves calm. So that's really good from him because we should say he's a rookie. We can say, consider him a rookie in this game, and he's like
Yep.
after unfortunate start, we would say, driving really good. Okay, I don't want to
Yep.
jinx it. Dude, it's so difficult to commentate without jinxing drivers. How does one do that?
I mean, that's just. I mean, it's called commentator's curse for a reason. We can't help it.
Yep.
It just
So it's
happens.
not possible, dude. Otherwise, you would just be telling about the track. You cannot tell anything about the driver.
True, true.
So yeah. Uh,
Let's see if Kubravi can get a good exit here. He's very close to Starboy. Both driving the Ferrari, so I don't think the straight line difference will be that much. It'll just be down to exit. And slipstream, of course. But I think maybe could be a chance towards the end of the straight because it looks promisingly close. Yeah, he is closing with the slipstream. And yeah, Starboy goes defensive. He knows that the overspeed you get to slipstream is a lot. And Kuberabi, does he get the move into turn 11? Yes, he does. It was very close there to contact, but yeah, they keep it clean. And Kuberabi up to P8.
drivers are showing some really good racing today. Clean racing, I should say. Giving each other the enough respect and making very clean moves. So yeah, I'm really happy to see that because again there are a lot of mid apex corners in these and fast corners. So with these cars, it's sometimes gets very difficult to get an idea of how much the car will run right with that much of fuel. So
Yeah.
yep, that's really good from these drivers.
And Amit has already made one position after his bad start. He has got helium down the straight in the previous lap and is up to P4. I think that's a 7.2 second gap to P3. And yeah,
So
he should be closing that pretty soon.
so if we see his P1, it's for now it's around 15 seconds, 16 seconds away from him. So what do you think? He got 1 hour 11 minutes. We should say 12 minutes. Not 12 minutes to just try to close that gap. Do you think he can? What do you think about that? Can you say on that? Well, okay, I'll continue. I think there might be some audio disturbances because I cannot hear you eccentric. So,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. I think you should be able to hear me now.
Yep, it's loud and clear.
Yeah, I was just mentioning that Davlish has lost the lead. He is now 4 seconds behind Maso. I'm not sure. I think whoever has gotten to the lead has always made a mistake. Yeah, but
Yep.
right now we are on board Pro P.
It's the lead
Trying to
curse.
get Deepak in the Nissan.
P1 is cursed right now, dude. We
Yeah,
see
true.
Smith in the lead, he made mistake. Ravish in the lead, he made mistake. I hope it doesn't happen with Masu.
True.
But what if it? Okay, no, nothing. Well, I think okay, everyone is 3-4 seconds separated from the driver close to them. I think we can go on board with Shrock or either Starboy. I think maybe Starboy. Yep.
Is close to, yeah, these two, they had swapped positions last lap, and Starboy is right on the rear wing of that Ferrari of Kuberabi.
Yep. So I think they will these it looks like these guys will be trading places throughout the end of throughout the race. So it's one time Strava in front, one time Kuga in front. I don't know about
Yeah,
anything else, but they'll gain a lot of SC with it. So it will really help Kuga with winning SC.
it'll just be down to whoever gets a better exit in turn 6.
Yep. So for now I think okay. Can we go on board with Shock? Yep.
Shock,
Okay.
very
This is
close
only
to Dwajin.
Dude, did you notice we are only able to see Ferraris in a battle right now?
Yeah,
Every
sure.
car you go, it's a Ferrari battling.
True. Dwajin
Yeah.
really making small mistakes, not allowing him to pull away from these cars. Because I still believe that Dwajin is quicker than where his position has kept him. He is much quicker than P13, and he gets a horrible exit out of turn 6. And yeah, I think that is another position gone for Dwajin because Shock got a much better exit, and he is right on the rear wing of that Ferrari. And with the slipstream and how long the straight is, that should be a very easy move.
Yep, as we discussed, slightest mistake, all the corners are leading to me.
Oh
No,
my god, they make contact on the straight. That's not expected. And they
what?
might touch again, and they do. So I'm not sure what's happening here, boys.
Is
Come
it
on,
racing or
boys.
ping
This is
pong?
not racing.
What are we doing here? Racing or ping pong?
We were just complimenting the drivers on how clean they are, and we just see these two hit each other 3 times on the straight. So yeah, very
Dude, I'm
sketchy
still
indeed.
confused. Such a fast rate, the cars will must be over 50 kph. They didn't even lost the car there even with those three bumps.
Yeah, that was impressive. I thought someone will just get spitted off and into the wall, but yeah, even after 3 ping pong shots, they're still going at it.
Yep.
Yeah, another battle is between Rishabh and Deepak. I think these guys have been going at it from lap 1, and Rishabh has been in and around half a second behind Deepak in that Nissan. But yeah, Nissan straight line speed has been in, and literally jinxed him again, and he gets a horrible exit into turn 1 and 2. But yeah, I think the AMG's straight line speed is nowhere near as fast as Nissan, and I think that's literally why Deepak has been able to stay ahead.
Okay, I think we can go on board with Dodi, man. He's in a battle right now, it looks like.
Yep, he has caught up to
Yep.
Chetan.
Yep, he is very close to. On Dodi, man, please. Yep, thank you.
And he has.
Wait, did someone? Wait,
What just happened?
even I'm confused. I think someone.
No, I think Chetan was behind. I think Chetan is behind.
Ah, okay, Chetan is behind. So we
Dodi
have
Man has made up a
class
position.
battle. Yep, sorry, you go ahead.
Chetan somehow, I think Chetan made a mistake, or not sure, because Dodi Man is struggling with damage here, and not sure how he managed to overtake. Yeah, you can see that Chetan is much quicker in the corners, even in the Lexus.
Yeah, I think probably we can. I mean, let's see what happens since we know these drivers are AM class, so these might be in their learning phase right now.
True.
So yep, as they race more, they learn more. So yep, let's see.
I think here we'll see the straight line speed of the Lexus and how strong it is with how quickly it can close the McLaren. As you can see,
Okay, that's a noticeable difference.
it's not even close. It's miles faster than the McLaren. And he just says bye-bye, and into P17 he goes.
Okay, that was how is that? Oh, okay.
And the
Probably
McLaren
that
goes wide as
dirty
well,
air.
but manages to avoid the warning.
Yep, dirty air effect. Dodman still tries to get a move done from the outside.
To
Wait,
go all the way around the outside, but I think there was a little too much distance to cover there.
yep.
The Lexus is ahead. Actually, never mind. He sends
Easy
it, and
work.
there is a bit of contact at the apex, and Dodi Man barges his way through in turn 13. And yeah, oh my god, they're going wide again, and Chetan almost loses it in turn 14, and to 15, the hairpin they go. And it's as it began at the start of the lap, it's Chetan behind Dodi Man.
Yep, I mean it was very close. I think it was just he little went from dirty air to clean air, and suddenly his car lost that. He should gain grip, but it was just difference on the grip that made him lose the car there. He was not able to stop on time. So it might be that. Does that happen like that?
It could be just the car difference as well, because the McLaren is much better around the corners. Oh my god, that's a very shallow line into turn 3, and somehow he does get the move done, but takes too much curb, and which unsettles the car, and he has. Oh my god, he's actually going to send it, but he gets the space. Good racing there from Dodi Man, giving him the space, because he knows if he didn't, even his race was going to be ended there.
Yep. These guys are putting us a show, for the audience. These guys are putting up a great show for them, since we have not seen any battles happening on this track for now. And it's 1 hour 4 minutes remains. It's 26 minutes already. Close to 26 minutes, and
I think Chetan's going to get him again on the straight, even though he was around 8 tenths behind. Yeah, I think the McLaren needs to be almost a second ahead.
Or what I think is there might be some issue with his brake like throttle pedal as well, because sometimes it doesn't reach 100% because he's
No,
losing a
I
lot.
don't think that's the issue. It could be damage or it's just the car difference because like the Lexus is that much faster on this.
That was while like apart from that, like I think all Doddyman almost went to the back of Chetan.
Yeah, and Chetan is very bad in sector 3. I think he's getting his line wrong into turn 12, that is. But yes, this time he manages to stay ahead of Doddyman. Doddyman breaks
Oh
a bit
my
later
god!
and he's completely taken out Chetan there. Yeah,
There's a
that is
disturb coming for
completely
the
Doddyman's
stewards.
fault there, sadly.
Yep, it's telling
And
some
we
stuff
got
going
that
towards the
incident in
stewards.
4th.
So yep, I think that's a penalty coming for Doddyman, if I'm not wrong, since
Yeah, easy penalty.
that's unfortunate. But before that, that was some great battle from them and a great show for the audience. Yep, I think no one else is enough. Okay, I think they're on board with 8C. He's close enough to Flyer. And Myth, importantly, has closed 5 seconds to Panda. So he's now 2.7 seconds behind Vashid the Panda. So, but wait, Panda is 10 seconds. So still, I think he gained 2 seconds to the leader. So well, at least he gained something. So he might be pushing this car a lot right now.
Yep,
What do you
that's true.
think? Can he still get that P1 again?
I think P1 is a bit of a long shot, but I think P3 he will get. I'm pretty confident. Maybe P2, but with the gap being 4.5 seconds between P1 and P2, I think P1 is a bit too far off. Let's see.
Yep. Well, Electrip, are you still with us?
Yes, I am.
So, what are your thoughts on the race till now? Were you watching the race?
Yeah, it was an interesting race. A lot of stuff going on. So yeah, yeah, Marsum is still leading pretty well with Devilish like 4 seconds behind. So yeah, it's a pretty good race in the top five, top four. So yeah, but yeah, those instances, especially with Dory Man, yeah, that wasn't that good.
Hmm. Yep. Oh, wait, I can see that two drivers got a stop go penalty. Wait, how did both of them get a stop go penalty?
I think both those two are the cars that got into the incident, and both had enough and pitted, and I think they just sped in the pit lane. And yeah, that's how they
Probably
got the stop and go.
that's a very harsh penalty, dude. Stop and go 30 seconds on this on this game where you lose a lot of time in pit. So
Yeah, because the pit lane in this track is not the same as F1. Because in over here the pit lane starts like it's like a sharp right turn if you can stay on board a car. You can see there'll be a road going to the right, so
yep.
that is the pit lane. So I think it's very easy to just miss your braking point for the pit limiter and just overspeed into the pit lane. So hopefully none of the drivers running in good positions speed into the pit lane and just ruin the race like that.
Yep, agreed on that. Since yep, that's a very harsh penalty. I don't know if we can. I really think it's race from this point, since it would be very difficult to catch the drivers in front after serving that penalty.
Yep. That's basically around 1 minute, I think. Yep, that should, like 30 seconds stationary, and I think the pit lane time is 30 seconds as well. So yeah, that's basically behind by 1 minute, and that's definitely a warning for Panda, I believe, because he's gone way wider than he should there.
And as I can see, the track temperatures dropped by 1 degree, so might not create a lot of difference, but yep, it might help with the grip, since I think slight drop in the temperature, if I'm not wrong, slight drop in the temperature helps with the grip, right? If the track
Yeah,
temperatures drop.
true. Like they'll have to. I think yeah, all the drivers will be keeping track of this change as they'll be tweaking their tire pressures if they do change tires, but I don't think they will. So I don't think they'll affect him that much. Maybe a little more grip, but yeah.
Yep, meanwhile, as we see, Myth is very close to Panda, wants to make a move done very soon, since he wants to catch the drivers in front. So let's see if he waits or gets done quickly. And
Yeah, Amit
I think
is
and
pretty
Panda is I think if I'm not wrong, he defends really good as well.
Yep,
Yep.
he is a good defender, but on this track in that Porsche, I don't think there will be much defending to do on that straight because the Porsche straight line is, I think it's, if I'm not wrong, it's the worst on the game with the popular cars that are chosen in the league right now. So yeah, Porsche is very slow on the straight, and I think McLaren should be able to get him. As I think that's a blue flag car. I'm not sure who that is, but hopefully get out the way. As you can see, Panda flashing because he needs a good,
He's
and
not
he's
getting
not getting
away.
out the way. Oh, he
Okay.
does get out the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that did cost Panda some speed into the apex, and I think he won't be happy because Amit might get a better exit here.
But I think the driver in front might help Panda with slipstream.
Yep,
Let's
yep.
see.
Panda will be getting a nice slipstream from the car ahead, but let's see.
Yep.
1.8 kilometers straight. See what
Yep.
happens at the
Although
end.
Smith is very close to Panda, so I think it would be slightly difficult to make the move. But we
I don't
can see
think
the
he's
top line,
closing quick
straight line
enough.
defense.
Actually, he could be closing. Actually, yep. But let's see. Panda goes defensive into turn 10. Yeah, side by side. Does Smith hold it around the outside? He does hold it around the outside. But
Oh, side by
so
side.
there's a bit of contact, and that taps Amit, that pushes him a bit wide, and Panda keeps the position going into turn 11. Yeah, a bit
Oh,
of contact there. I think Panda tried to keep it on the inside line, but went a bit wide and touched Amit.
dude, through that corner side by side, it was so scary, dude.
Yeah.
It's not easy. I think there might be some damage since seeing the speed through that corner. There might be some damage to both of the drivers, and it will not help Smith in his charge. So, yep,
It's a slight contact, so like hopefully, let's hope as
yep,
the lap car gets out the way, completely off track.
yep. I think it was 20 minutes if I'm not wrong, and stream is now stuck for me.
Um, I think it's back.
Yep, it's not that good for commentators, but okay.
That's okay. We work with what we have. I think Amit, round two of Panda versus Amit. I think Panda should be looking to get a much better turn three,
Yep,
four, five, and 6.
yep. Smith sticks very close to it's very close behind Panda, and yep, he's like okay. He's still, I think this time he might get the move done.
Yeah,
Very
Panda,
close.
he's very close right now. Panda gets a horrible exit. Very bad exit there. And yeah, I think that's all she wrote for Panda, I think.
He gets the move done. Side by side, and okay, he overtakes. No, still side by side.
And yeah, that's the move done. A bit of rubber banding there, but yeah,
Yep,
Amit
same
is
corner,
comfortably ahead.
same driver, and it's moved on. Now, Myth, wait. Did, okay, doubly pitted. We
Yep, I
didn't see
think
that.
Davlish has pitted. Yep, so he's the first one to pull the trigger from the top three. And yeah, I think he was falling behind. I think the gap was almost 5 seconds. So I think he had enough, and he's clearly tried to do something different from Masoom here.
Yeah, I mean, so for now, can we see any battles? I don't think so from Myth and Panda. I mean, Myth overtook him, so he might be trying to create the gap, but Panda sticks very close, and we know he's a good driver as well, so he will try to stay as close as he can to Myth, or might even make a move on Myth. But I think he would play slightly, slight cautiously, since he knows Myth would be trying to charge towards the guys in P1. So if he involves in a battle, it might like cause issues to his race as well, because you don't want incidents right now.
Yep, yep. He'll just be looking to just stay behind Amit and get dragged along as they try to catch P2 and P1.
Yep. I think the stream is not working properly for us again. It's just okay.
I think Panda is very close with that slipstream. He could be maybe possible.
Yep.
Yep,
Did
could
he
be
get
possible.
back the move? I think he's.
He thinks about it, but yeah, I think the straight was a bit too short there. As they both go extremely wide. Oh my god. Almost four wheels on the blue runoff there, and somehow they managed to get the car back
But
in before the ball out.
I'm still confused. Are these drivers getting any warnings there through that corner? Because they're going. I think almost every time we have seen drivers, they go very wide through that corner.
Yep, if you have to stay to the right of that small bollard there on the exit, so that's how you can see them sharply make a move back onto the track just
Oh,
before
so
that
that's
bollard.
the
So
reason.
yep, and that bollard is there in many corners of the track. So yeah, that is the track limits. You can see even in the final corner to the left, right there.
Okay.
If you go through the bollard, I think it's a warning. You have to keep all four wheels to the right of it.
Ah, I was not aware of it. So, yep.
Yep,
That's why they were making like sharp moves towards the
yep,
track.
yep. Track limits. I think all the drivers hate the track limits on this game, and
But
that's why.
importantly, if you notice, Tempic,
Yeah.
like Myth closed the gap quite quickly to Panda, but now he's not able to pull away that fast. Panda.
It could be tires as well, but could be slightly out of rhythm. But yeah, or it could be just slipstream carrying him along. So yeah, the
Yep.
slipstream is and helium has a drive through. Sadly,
Oh, he
that's
was
very unfortunate.
returning in a great
Yep,
way.
I think that's straight for track limits, and that's driver number one getting caught out there.
Yeah, I mean, drive through. It's like even a small penalty. Just even I would say the smallest penalty in this game is very harsh.
Yeah, I think the game only gives out drive through and stop goes. So yeah, it's like any penalty you get from the game is basically race
And the
ending.
worst thing is that there is no safety car to help. I mean, like
Yep,
few
true.
drivers are driving safety cars themselves. They are driving them out. Yeah. So I think there. Are we seeing any battle? Wait, can we on board with Slayer? I think he's .9 behind the in front.
I think Helium will be
Yep.
pitting anyway, so yeah, not much of a battle here. And Helium hasn't done a pit stop, so yeah, he has to do this drive through and again lose around 30 to 40 seconds with the mandatory pit stop.
From what I think from here is that I think Slayer, if he's battling Helium, then he should follow. No, not follow Helium, but whenever Helium is making his first pit stop, then yep, he can follow him. What do you think about that? It
Helium
just
has a drive through anyway, so I don't think they'll be battling
no.
each
So
other.
basically, it gives the driver like an a journal idea. Like the driver in front, he is sticking to him, and he knows because Helium will either serve a drive through or a pit stop, right? So well, he didn't follow it, but
Yeah,
he didn't
true,
follow
true.
him. But so it will give him an idea. Okay, what I have to do.
Yeah, but I think the drivers would have already with the amount of fuel they carry, they already have like a set amount of laps they do
Yep.
before they have to pit. So I don't
Yep.
think they'll be making decisions like that on the go unless it's like strategic. Yeah,
Uh,
Slayer will be looking to just finish his how much of fuel he has in his tank and then pit and refill.
yep. So wait, can we go on board with Masum? So also, can we go with the driver camera, cockpit camera, whatever is possible? Yep. So that's give us a view like how drivers. I think it's very close. Like they have their different FOVs, but it just gives an idea how what the driver sees while driving on his computer.
Yep, yep,
So
definitely.
yep. So as we can see, with all those electronic items surrounding, it's not easy to drive these cars. With that much of electronics, changes to every corner, approaching the corner at a speed of 200, 300 kph, and making the changes towards approaching the corner. Everything, it's not easy to drive these cars in real life. From considering the G forces as well.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of data, tire temps, so many times, so many factors while driving, going into the later into the stint, the tire wear will come into picture. So yes, a lot of things to manage, not just point the car and accelerate and brake.
Yep. So let's see. Mason approaches. I think it's a lap car in front of him. So yep. Would be asking, okay, don't move out for now. Let me get some slipstream, and then when the straight gets over, just let me by.
Yep. Hopefully, none of the runners get taken out by blue flag cars. So I think Mason might as well just overtake here.
So as we see how these drivers, okay, so that's the ballers, right?
Yeah, you have to stay to the right of those two.
Yep, as we see how the drivers take that corner. Yep, I think can we go on board with Mitch? I want to see how much he's floating. Mitch, sorry, yep. And this is the, what should I say, the cockpit camera for McLaren.
Yep.
Like, this car looks like a very, I don't know why, very small car from.
Yeah, true. I think the windshield is a lot. I think the breadth is a lot narrower because like you can see a lot more out of the Ferrari. It's a lot.
Yep.
You can see a lot less out of the McLaren.
Yep, it looks like this. If you can see this, compare it with F1, it's like an older gen F1 car fighting with a current gen F1 car.
True.
I think even McLaren is light as well compared to other cars.
Yeah, true.
Yep. So as you see, 8 cylinders in a battle with it's Kuberabi, right?
Yep, that is
Kuberabi.
Kuberabi.
Yep, so let's see if he gets the move done, if he follows him, if there's an incident. I don't know, everything is possible right now, but as we see, 46 to 47 minutes remain the race. So can we say we are approaching almost half of the pace of the race?
Yep, in a minute we'll be halfway through the race. Yes.
Yep, so and I think we should agree in the first half of the race till now. We have not seen much of action. Okay, wait. Duojin also gets a drive through. What?
Yep, Rajan was making mistakes the entire race and finally made one mistake too many and has to serve that drive through. So yeah, he was already down in 16.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I don't think he'll lose any more positions because Faizan is 2 laps behind him. Unfortunate for him.
Yep, as you see two Bentleys battling each other. Who are these? Like one is a lap car, I think. If I'm not wrong.
Yep, one of them is a lap car and the other is 8 cylinders.
So yep, I think 8 cylinders Bentley is really helping him the straight line speed right now.
Yep, true. He's one of the drivers that committed to the Bentley since last season as well. So yeah, he's one of the Bentley prime drivers.
I
think
really
the lap car's trying to no. I thought the lap car was trying to make a move on him because of the slipstream. Yeah, I think that
well,
will be
it would
too
be one
much.
thing that the most relaxing driver on the straight would be 8 cylinder right now with his
True, as he
Bentley.
goes wide a bit, but yeah, I just not too much time lost.
Yep. So he's like we see two Bentleys on his lap, but trying to. I mean, sometimes it's it's we see like if the drivers get a reference of a faster driver, basically their pace, whatever time it is, improves for some time, right? As we can see, he's lapped right now from 8 cylinder, but suddenly, like as soon as 8 cylinder passed him, he's trying to stay close to him. So I think that reference is sometimes helpful.
Yeah, it does. Sometimes when you have a car ahead of you, you tend to follow the other car's lines. Yeah, if the car ahead is faster, you tend to try to follow a faster car, and you end up being a bit faster. Yeah, it does matter.
Yep, as we see, it's from 22 drivers started the race and 19 remain. And I'm not sure if okay, Dwajin is in the pits as well, so I doubt if he'll continue from this point. So can we say we have 18 drivers left after the first half of the race?
Yep, I think. Yep, true. And Amit and Panda have made their mandatory pit stop. So let's see where they come out. If we can go on board, Amit. So Amit has come out behind Davlish. Has he? Yes, he has. Yes. Okay, so both
And
Davlish has. I think
the
no.
thing is, he
Amit
jumps.
pitted when when Davlish pitted, he was behind. I think. So Davlish and
No,
Masim are P1 and P2.
no,
But yeah, the
it was.
gap is very close right now. These three, Davlish,
Oh wait,
took a
that
risk and
lap
pitted
car.
early.
Oh wait, the same lap car again.
Yeah, but the car gets out the way. But yeah,
This time
true.
helps a different driver.
Let's see if Panda can get the run on Amit. They're very close to each other, and yep,
Yes, that
Amit goes
Porsche
a
with that
lot
slipstream.
defensive. Yeah, slipstream. That's how strong slipstream is, and Amit. There's nothing Amit can do about it.
Will he go? Will they go side by side? Will one yield up? I don't think so. Yeah, Amit
Amit
had to
does think
yield.
about it. He did think about it, but yeah, he thought better.
Yep. Okay, wait. But if we see, wait, Davlish is 20 seconds ahead of these guys.
I'm
Will
not
they
sure
get?
if that's accurate. That could be maybe when
Yep.
they cross the line, we'll get a better idea. Could
Yep.
be
Since it
wrong as
should
well.
be less than 10 at least.
Panda got a bad
So,
exit out of 12, so yeah, that's why Amit is right behind.
but I really, I'd say it looks like the fight for the final podium spot would be between Amit and Panda.
Yep, definitely.
So they might give us a very, like till now also they had been in a good battle. They might give us some interesting battle while approaching the ending stage of the race. So yep, okay, the gap still remains
Yeah,
20.
the
So
gap is actually 20 seconds. So yeah, I think
it's
Davlish
just I
had
think
a
pitting earlier helps Davlis because he like I think he got repairs on the car as well if there was any minor issues required. Plus,
yep.
although it
As
breaks
Amit
the momentum,
tries to go around the outside of turn 3, gets the inside into turn 4, and that's a
I think
brilliant move. But
I think he could have waited for the straight to be honest. The
yeah,
break
you
in the
read my
gap.
mind. I was about to say that I think it is a good move, but there is a 1.8 kilometer straight coming after that.
Yep.
So let's see if Honda with
Can we
slipstream
see these
can
guys
get him back.
trading places one lap after the other?
I think Panda may be a bit too far back on this occasion.
This time he's a bit too far back. I think he'll not be in. Okay, I think he has to stay behind for this lap at
Okay,
least.
he's not closing enough.
Yep, I think from what we noticed is that if you are very, very close to the driver, but only then the slipstream is working nicely. Like, slick, even if I should say um, less like if you are 2 tenths behind, less than 2 tenths, only then you get the proper advantage of the slipstream.
Yep, true. And the which car you're in also comes into
Yep,
effect as well because Bosch has the worst straight line speed of all. Yeah,
yep,
that
I
didn't
think.
help at all as well.
Okay, I think
Summit
he
goes a
was.
bit wide. Is that the normal line? I don't think so.
Nope.
He's a bit wide for my liking.
Yep, it was surely. Wait, not some Asum also pitted. We didn't notice that, did we? I don't think so.
No, he did pit, and I think he's come out in P3. Yeah,
Okay, acha,
ahead
he
of Douglas.
pitted just now. Yeah.
He's half a sector ahead, so that should be a good 10 seconds ahead of Douglas.
So, okay, I'll not comment anything on Masum right now.
You're scared you're gonna jinx him.
Yep. I was about to comment, but I was like, just I should stay quiet.
So yes, Starboy going on a move on the McLaren of Kake and gets it done comfortably. Actually, that's not Kake, that's a lap car of Faizan, actually, never mind. As Yubarabi is the car that's behind. Yubarabi is the car that's behind the.
Yep, so.
Wait, no, actually, that is a Ferrari lap. I think the Ferrari's lap would be my bad.
See, we are on
Yeah.
board. Oh, yep, that's a lap Ferrari.
Yep, that is a lap Ferrari. Kubravi is currently a net leader, obviously.
Yeah,
Not
but
pitted.
Masum's livery is really nice with that, Italy flag just spreading out at the back. That design. Okay, wait, did someone spin? I saw someone spin. What was that? Okay, dude, whose red car was it? I'm so confused right now. But I think we should leave it and we should continue with. Okay, wait. So yeah, we are on board with Masum right now. Okay, that's Pro P in front of him, and both Pro P and Kubarabi, the guys who have sandwiched Masum right now, have not pitted yet. So yeah, will Pro P fight or will Pro P let Masum go easy? What do you think, Senfit?
Sorry, my backed up again. I was disconnected for the 30 seconds. Sorry about that.
Yep. So I was asking like, Pro P is leading and Pro P is leading and Kubarabi is behind, and they both have not pitted. So do you think he will hold up Masum or he will just easily let him go?
Yeah, I think maybe if he was in the Nissan or the Lexus, he could have kept him behind. But the McLaren does not have the straight line speed
I see that
to
rubber
stay
band
ahead.
effect.
Yeah, there is a bit of rubber banding, but yeah, that's easy move for Marcel.
Yep, cautious and easy. As you see, now the gap to Davnish is 10 seconds. So,
Yeah.
we were right. It was just, I think, a timing glitch if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. And we have to remember that the endurance is double points. So Masum had two horrible races in Imola last week, last round in round 5. So yeah, this is a bit of a redemption. Yeah,
No
that will
comments.
get him. Oh my god. I mean, if he does win, that's a whole lots of points,
Yep,
especially
that's
because
it.
endurance is double.
Yep, it's like a lottery.
True.
17 drivers remain, so as the time passes by, drivers are just falling one by one. Who's okay? I think it's a lap Bentley in front of Masoom. It will not be probably much of an effort to pass
Yep.
that
Getting
car.
out the way already.
Yep, that's some good sportsmanship from that driver. So yep. I think Masoom is just now doing like a Lewis Hamilton, just approaching now. He has started to approach the lap cars, and one by one he's not, just passing the car in front. Like for
Yeah,
like
try.
after his pit stop, like he's just it's okay. No comments.
You can comment, man. Come on, it's fine. You can't blame yourself if the driver makes a mistake.
Well, that's true, but there should not be any reason to say anything, right?
No, I mean, can't do anything about commentators, guys, sadly.
Yep.
Actually, this race has been pretty good. It's not jinxed any driver. I mean, compared to last endurance, it's been much better.
Yeah, that we can say. Like last endurance, it was in
Yeah.
rain, so
Yeah, true. Last endurance was, it was Jinx City. Basically, whoever we went on board just died or got taken over.
yeah. So the only two drivers meaning to pit are Momo Pro player and Kuberabi. I think we have to make them realize, okay, it's not F1 game. There will be no safety car, no advantage. You have to pit now. Or maybe they might be playing with the two strategy, like they might have taken two strategy only for like starting phase and then they want some less fuel on the car. That could be the case as well, no?
Yeah, I think going long there is an advantage because like maybe in the first stint, whoever they're battling, whoever pitted, like right now they have like miles of clear air ahead. So and maybe the cars they were battling before could be in the clear after the pit stop or battling with someone. So yeah, when you stay out long, it like eliminates a bit of the battling you have to do or the clear driving you have to do. And yeah, it could be beneficial to them. Let's see which position they come out in. I think Propi pitted from position E9, if I'm not wrong, or around there. So yeah, if he comes out anywhere around that position, it's a huge win for him.
Yep, and as we see, it's 34 minutes remain in the race. So, well,
I
I
think
have to be honest.
there's no close battle going on. Everyone's very, very spread out.
Yep. Can we go on like with the helicopter cam? Is it possible for you, Mister? Yep. Let's just get the look of the track. If we cannot see drivers battle, then let's just get some good view of the track. Like,
Yep, true, true.
uh, see, we are on board with Masoom.
That's the Ferrari of Shock, or yep, I think that's Shock or Starboy, one of them, getting out the way.
Yep, and as we see, can we find any driver involved in a battle right now?
Kuberabi is the smallest gap, 1.3 seconds. So we can go on board him. Let's see if he's how much faster he is than Nomo Propi.
Yep.
We can go on board Kuberabi.
Let's see, because these guys have to pit as well. Will they pit just be one behind the another, or will they split the laps? Let's see.
I think Kuberabi is actually just waiting for when Propi pits.
Yeah, probably because he'll probably get the reference,
Yeah, exactly. Propi is the much more experienced driver, and he kind of has found himself in a nice position here, and he doesn't want to ruin it by hitting too early or too late. So I think he's just following what Propi is going to do.
Yep. So it's like half an hour more to go. Are you feeling tired, Eccentric? Be honest.
Nah, not really. I think this is like my 4th endurance that I've commentated, so I'm used to it.
Okay, so I think for endurance, if I'm not wrong, it's the first time I'm commentating in an endurance race.
How are you feeling? I need to ask you
that. To be honest, dude, see, the racing was perfect, but there's no such battles to commentate on.
Yeah, true. That is true. Yeah, that's what you get with endurance. You do get battles, but you also get like times, like periods in the races like this where the gaps are over 1.5 to 2 seconds and not much racing to talk about.
Yes. Well, okay, that red car was Kuberabi's car. I was confused, like whose car is it?
No, yeah, we're on board Cuba because I think, that is the closest gap right now at 1.6 behind the No More Pro player. Both of them haven't pitted P2, P3.
So, okay, the 8 cylinder is also just 1 second, but still, okay.
Okay, and Propi pits with 30 minutes of the race to go, and I think I won't be surprised if Kuberabi pits next lap actually.
Yep, I think he just basically didn't follow it with strategy. So yeah, he might even like I would not be surprised if he even pits 20 minutes or 15 minutes. But I don't think that would help much. Seeing like the field, wait, after pitting, so how much is the average loss if we consider? It would be around like 40-50 seconds, close to a minute.
Not so much, maybe 40 seconds, closer to 40
seconds.
Towards. Let's see where Propi comes out actually, because right now P7 and P8 of Slea and 8 are crossing the line. And Propi is, where does he come out?
I think he might come out in front of Slea at least.
Yeah, he has. Can we go on board Pro player? Where is Propi?
I think we should go on board with Slea. Seeing where he is right now. If he had.
Yeah, he has come out ahead. Okay, yeah, Slea is behind Propi. So yeah, Propi gets a massive overcut actually, because he was definitely not P6 when the rest of the cars pitted.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good 2-3 positions gain.
If you look at this, if he gets his...
no, actually, Propi is behind.
No, wait. So, I was telling like if so, okay, wait, I think we can get a battle on here since he's... Wait,
Yep,
I'm
true,
still
true.
confused. Who is behind who? Right now we are on board with 8 cylinders. Who is in a battle with Klaya?
I think now the timing is sorted. So
Okay.
Propi is 13 seconds behind these two lads.
I thought he came out in like P5 or something. I was happy like Kuberabi could be again the leading silver class driver today. Silver
Even I
class
was a bit
podium driver.
surprised because I didn't expect him to overcut by that much, but yeah, my guess was correct. Propi is in P8. And Kubrabi pits as well as I predicted. So, yeah.
Yep. So okay, it's still
Itzel
sunrise.
goes massively wide there. That is not where you want to be, sir.
Like his tires must be crying on that runoff patch
Yep,
because
yep.
I
If you
think
carry,
if we see we have I think we have heard about that these are much more how should I say much more harsh on the tires than the gravel trap
yeah,
when you're
yeah.
driving. Sorry.
It's basically an abrasive surface, so like it causes a lot more friction between the tire and the surface when you go on that part of the track. So yeah, it will affect your tires.
Yep. So well, I'm feeling a bit thirsty, so I'll take a break and I'll get some water for myself.
Yep, no worries. And Cuber, oh my god, Eitzel sends it up the inside of Kuberabi. And Kuberabi has actually got a massive overcut, actually. I don't know why Nomo Pro Pair has ended up so far behind because these guys were only a second apart when they pitted a lap ago. But I think Propi actually did make a mistake, if I'm not wrong, because yeah, Propi should be ahead of Kuberabi, but somehow he is miles behind. I think that's a good 8 to 9 seconds behind. If I'm not wrong. Yeah. And yeah, that was a great move from Eitzel there. He saw the car coming out of the pit lane and wasted no time. He was having none of this and he just absolutely sent it. And yeah, it's Kuberabi gave the space as well. So yeah, overall good racing from both of them. Skurabi is chilling in P7. It's a really good first endurance race for him.
Okay,
Good to
so
be
I'm
driving.
back.
So all our drivers have completed that mandatory pit stop, and I think Etzel ahead has definitely got a warning for that, unless he lifted, because that was clearly beyond the bollards. Yeah, all cars have completed their mandatory pit stop. 26 minutes to go, and it's Masoom, Davlish, and Amit in the podium places with Amish having the fastest.
Yep, so what's happening? Did I miss something in those few seconds?
Yeah, I was just mentioning that Kuberabi literally came out ahead of 8 cylinders, and 8 cylinders made a move into turn one. So I think Propi had made a mistake because Kuberabi and Propi were separated by only a second. But now I think Propi made a mistake somewhere and has ended up 11 seconds behind Kuberabi. So yeah, I was just mentioning that because I noticed that Propi ended up miles behind, but Kuberabi came out ahead of 8 cylinders. The 8 cylinders completely ignores where turn two is and just cuts the corner there.
Yep, so it's 25 minutes remain and I still don't see what to comment because if I go on to commentate a lot on drivers then I'll be scared. Okay, I'm jinxing them. No, 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 stay behind, stay behind.
I think Slayer's made a massive meal out of turn four there, and he gets a very bad exit. And I think, yeah, Itzel manages to close in half a second, but let's as Slayer's weaving as he desperately wants to keep that P5 because it will be his best finish in IRC. That's a lot of weaving for my liking. It's about 5 weaves already.
5 weaves. Okay, that's even like if we see driver weaving like once or twice be really when you're driving front weaves
Yeah,
once or twice then even it's like frustrates a lot.
yeah, true. Yeah, Slayer will defend this position with all his life because it's a top five finish for him. And I don't think he'll be in the top five in any of the other races unless he does practice, puts in the time and gets quicker. But yeah, this is his strongest track and he is in a very strong position right now.
Yep, okay, so I didn't see we are on with a battle right now. Okay,
Yep, yep.
I'm blind.
This is a battle for P5 and 6.
Okay, focus on this battle. Who's gonna come out in front? Who's gonna come out in front? I think Itzel is slightly behind, but that Bentley will help with the straight line. So I think it's Bentley straight line is good, but I think it's like the acceleration power of the Bentley is also very good. You know?
Yeah, Bentley is overall a well balanced car. It is a good car. People
Yep.
like just gloss over Bentley because it's big and heavy, but
Yeah,
Bentley
it's
is not a
just
bad car at all.
yep. It's just that it looks very heavy for a racing car.
Yeah,
Otherwise, because I have driven it as well in an endurance race only, and
yeah.
it felt so good. You see over the curbs, it doesn't unsettle the car a lot. Plus with the straight line,
And I think that's all she wrote for Slayer. I think the experience of Etzel has come into play here because Slayer, relatively new, has clearly buckled under pressure, especially in sector one, because he had to get a good exit there to keep that Bentley behind.
yeah.
And Etzel just forced him into a mistake, and that's P5 for him.
So can we say Bentley just showing the new coming GT3 BMW, like who is the straight line boss now also?
My God,
Because
Slayer! Oh my God, that's a really great
how
move to
did he
keep it around
stick
the
it?
outside. I must say that is very impressive from
Uh,
the new boy.
Slight tap from 8 cylinders, but yeah, that was really good driving from like how he kept the car on the track. I was not expecting him to keep the car on the track to that corner.
Yeah, I think Etzel was caught napping there because I don't think he expected Slayer to like break later than him and keep it on the outside. So yeah, I think Etzel was caught out there,
Yeah,
and he'll have to try again.
yeah, probably it was. I think it was like he
Oh,
thought the Slayer
it's a
is
mistake.
just alongside him through that corner, so he just tried to give him enough space, which like forced him to slow down more than Slayer, and Slayer just used that to his advantage and just went side by side through that corner.
Yeah, true, true. Great move by Slayer to keep P5, and Etzel made a mistake in turn 14 as well. So yeah, I
Yep,
think it's Etzel buckling under the pressure here.
but I
Hopefully,
think
his battle
did we
goes on.
miss something, or did you like see that Cooper Heavy is in front of Ropey?
Yep, I just mentioned that Ropey made a mistake after the pit stop, and that
Yep.
caused him to lose around 10 seconds.
Okay, so you can see my mind is really tired now. I'm missing things.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Yeah, see, Slayer's made a massive mistake again, so he's really not getting turn 4, 5, 6 right here, and he needs to sort it out, or else his P5 finish will be taken away by Itzel, and I think it's going to be taken away here as well because
But
Itzel is very, very close by.
I don't know why, but it's the rubber band effect which is really causing that. Otherwise 8 would easily get him by the end of this race.
No, the rubber banding effect is just a visual glitch. It's not actually the car moving back and forth because
Oh,
the
okay.
the gap stays the same. It's just a visual thing. And
Okay.
yep, Slayer is too far back, and he has to concede that position. But yeah, the match is not nowhere near over. Let's see if Slayer can keep up with the Bentley.
Yep. Like obviously all these are technical corners. So it's not like it's a perfect braking spot for these. You really need to model it according to the conditions and your car. But okay, see as we see,
Yeah, he's made a
uh,
mistake again. Yep.
Slayer made a mistake because like these are not. I think this track in itself doesn't have a single corner which you can say it's a perfect breaking point and you cannot. It's just like you just break here. Every corner, it's like you have to modulate your braking.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of long corners where like it's like there's a lot of load on the car. So yeah, you'll
Yep.
need multiple markers and references to stay on the optimum line.
Yep. To be honest, I really feel like dragging a driver in a comms VC, but I don't want to distract them. Yep,
And
I think we should.
let's not disturb anyone. Let's let
Yep,
them
I think
race.
we should let them continue. We'll do what we'll do. We'll do that driver of the day celebration. Okay, you are driver of the day. What do you want to comment on that?
True, true. We can do that. That is a good idea. But yeah, Kuberabi run now has caught up to this pack. So Etzel, I think, has gone off. Yep, Etzel is just much quicker than Slayer and has gone. So Slayer will have another battle on his hands with Kuberabi in around a lap or so.
Yep, as we see, as I can tell you, we are joined by one of our commentators, Deepak Raj. Hello, Deepak.
Hello guys, how's it going up here in the com box?
Yep, it's going great. I think I should be honest, it's not going too great for me. I'm but yep. So the race was really good. Like drivers, there are a few instances where we can see like drivers were a bit too over aggressive, but yeah, it was a really clean race from the drivers. As we can see, there was not much of the incidents which we see, like drivers spinning or something like that. There was slight tapping between the drivers, but it remained clean. So I'm really impressed with that.
Yeah, there definitely was some argy-bargy going on. Especially, I think in turn one, I think Dipanshu got spun around, Trophy got spun around, I
Yep,
think.
yep.
Yep, he did.
I had to try very hard to avoid all those things happening around, but yeah, but still, it was still a very clean race.
Wait, you were driving? Okay, I didn't even know. Okay, dude. I don't
Nice
know what
bumps,
to say.
nice bumps.
I was about to ask you, how
Just
did
kidding.
your race go? What happened?
Again, the endurance jinx carries on, so I got disconnected. The similar way it
Oh,
happened in Nürburgring.
such.
Yeah, that's the I think that's the very frustrating thing when you disconnect. Like there's no mistake of yours and it just
Yeah,
goes.
I was happy that I was having a good race. Like I had not practiced quite a lot, but still the race was going comparatively better, and I was staring at a P10 finish, maybe even an plus podium. But right at the when 35 minutes remaining mark or something, my internet decided to give up. So yeah,
That's sad
just
when you do
momentarily
that.
gave up, and that's all it took. But yeah, I mean, I'm disappointed but not surprised.
Yep. So like you were driving the race, right? So as a from a driver's perspective, how was the like track feeling today in this race? How was the conditions? How was the grip on the track?
It's a grip levels. It's all fine. It's not a problem. But generally, this track, it looks very simple. Like a lot of straights. You don't really associate this with a tire, but the tires are definitely dying there. Especially in the corner that comes up and the corner after that, front left takes a heavy beating. Yeah, that's definitely gonna cause a lot of penalties or something like that in the coming stages because track limits are also something that's very frustrating in this track. I
Okay.
think you did see a lot of flurry of drive-throughs. I did see like 3 or 4 drive-throughs. Even I myself was on the edge of a drive-through. I was on 3 track warnings.
Yep, we were confused like through I don't it's a fast right kind of after the main straight, like the back straight or the longest back straight. So we were like every drivers was almost going, off the curb and just quickly coming back onto the track which we discussed like it was because of the bollard. They should stick to the right of the bollard.
Yep.
So I
If you
think
even
that
go
was
slightly outside of the bollard, it straight up gives you a warning, which means that you don't have a lot of time to dodge it.
yep. And also one more thing happened. Like I was just discussing with join, like we should drag one of the drivers, the com box to, just give us insights on the track, but it happened automatically. So
Well, we are seeing a move on screen. Rashida Panda is going on. Is this
That's a lap
Ricard?
car, actually.
I thought that was for move. But
Right
well,
now, I think the
this is a
only
rare sight.
battle
This is a
is.
rare sight. A Porsche overtaking a Mercedes on a straight. I
True.
should have known that's a lap car.
yep, so
Right now,
my
I think the closest battle is between Kubrabi and Slayer because everyone else is separated by more than 2 seconds.
Yeah, Slay seems to be doing really good. So does Kuberabi. Kuberabi, this is his first race in ACC, so he's definitely holding out his own.
Yeah, 15 minutes to go, and we have Masu comfortably in the lead. Published in P2 and Amit in P3. So Amit, after that mistake in stint 1, has finally caught up to P2. Actually, he has proven me wrong because I didn't think he'll be able to catch up to P2. But yeah, that's good to see because I think I'm not sure what's happening to his steering wheel, but yeah, I think in around 2-3 laps time he will be charging Publish and attacking him.
Yeah, things are
towards the end of the
definitely
race.
spicing up for the P2 battle, and these two guys have had a bit of a history. Have been fighting quite hard with each other, so it's definitely going to be fireworks when they two come together again.
Even in the last endurance, it's Nürburgring. They went a bit aji-baji out in the lead in Nürburgring.
so it's 14 minutes remaining and Dude, I don't. It's so difficult to find a battle right now.
You'll get one for P2, don't worry.
I think we might see this, but again, it's very important to nail the third sector. The third sector is where most of the difference could be. Uh,
Wait,
if you get a
did
good run on that, it
wait?
could cause a difference.
No, wait. Did Myth caught up to Devlish?
Yes.
Yes.
Dude, he's like, yes. I think we might see a battle.
Yep.
Dude, how are these guys are driving? I'm already broom out.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. If you're driving, you don't see the time flying by.
Yep.
Yeah, you're just so focused. Just about hitting every apex, getting every braking right, and by the time you know it, it'll be 90 minutes done.
And behind, we also have another close battle going on between P7 and P8. Kibarabi and Numuk players on the hunt for Kibarabi. Cap
Propi
seems to be.
has really shown his pace because he came out after the pit stops around the 35-minute mark. He came out 10 seconds behind, and he is
And-
miles quicker than the cars ahead. So yeah,
And
he's already
Kibarabi
caught up
is.
in 1 second.
Yep. So I think we might see two battles in the end, in the like final stages. Wait.
Yeah, definitely.
See, oh, that's very on the edge of the track limits. You might want to watch it.
So it would not be a warning, right?
I don't. It's kind of like on the edge kind of a call.
Yep.
Like this game, it gives you a warning if the delta goes even a little bit positive. So if his delta was not positive, then that's great. If it goes higher, then warning straight up.
Okay, so basically, I think he must have left off slightly because, yep, it's better to be cautious in these ending stages. You want to get a penalty when it's 12 minutes to win and you have done around like 1 hour 10 minutes, 1 hour 20 minutes, something.
1 hour 18 minutes.
Yes. So you don't want to get a penalty in those ending stages, especially the race. And this, I think, stream is helping me right now. Then I didn't jump to YouTube for my help.
It seems to be much closer to Davlish right now.
Yep,
Like I
he's-
said,
think-
this third sector is going to be very crucial to get all the corners right, and seems to be having the edge at the moment. But let's wait and see what happens in next three corners.
Yeah, so as like, I mean, I think it would take still like 2-3. I don't know if it's the time for 2-3 laps proper, but yeah, I think it still take 2 laps to get proper overtaking done. But okay, now it's all very close again. I'm wrong.
Yeah, Myth is going all in. He didn't take the outside line. He just went straight in looking for an opening. So yes, he doesn't look to be waiting.
Yep. So okay, track temperatures increased. Will this be like helping with the grip? Like it's 2-degree increase. So what do you think? Will it be helping with the grip?
I don't think it's much of a bigger issue. Like 1 or 2 degrees, it's not gonna cause a major impact. If you had pressured your tires properly, that is, if you had pressured up your tires on the edge, then this might cause a little bit of trouble for you by overinflating your tires at times. But I don't think it's gonna cause a lot of issues as it is. So let's see what
Oh.
happens in this trade. Let's have a look at the delta.
Yep. So I think he's still quite far behind to get the full advantage of the slipstream. So okay.
Looks to be maintaining the gap as it is. So yeah.
Lambo's
yes.
quicker, no? Straight line?
Yes, Lambo is pretty quick on the straight line. Not a slouch.
I think. Wait, did he almost lose the car there, Davlish? It looked like that.
Yeah, the car was sliding through the corner, but still I don't think it's nothing much of a concern for Davlish, but seems to be going a bit wider on that corner, but it's a slide started again.
Sector 3, the McLaren is much stronger than the Lambo.
Yep, the
Myth
McLaren
is way more confident in Sector 3.
the McLaren is very comfortable when it comes to turning, so obviously it's gonna enjoy the sector 3. Let's see that Myth is able to take much tighter lines, whereas Davlish is going a bit wider.
I think also that, as you said, like McLaren, right? It's quite a pointy car, like it's turned very quickly. So that
Yep.
might be helping him as well through that corner.
Yep, definitely it is. It is a big factor of this battle right now.
Yep.
So battle behind. Pro player is within a second of Kubarabi.
And Kubarabi's did Helium get past Kubarabi or in front? I'm not sure what happened.
Now
exactly.
Helium was in front. I think Slayer got past Helium.
Okay. Oh, that's close. But
That was very close for comfort.
importantly, there's a car in front which might have Davlish as well.
Yep, that could help him with a little bit of slipstream, but still he needs to nail the exit, which I think he has done to a lot of extent.
Davlish is moving behind that car to gain that advantage. I think it's not helping Myth. Will he be able to? I don't think so. It's too quite far behind. So yeah.
Yep, the McLaren as it is, it's not good on the straight line. I mean, I won't say it's very slow, but still it's not that good on the straight line. So it's gonna come down to the slipstream and how well he is able to use it. As you can see that the gap was closing in at the end, but still not enough.
Although one more thing. I think Myth is on. Okay, no, it's not sure now if they change the tires or not. So, yeah.
I'm pretty sure the drivers have changed the tires. There is no way you're gonna do with one set of tires for 90 minutes with the way the tires just wear out in this track. So definitely they would have changed the tires. It just depends on when they would have changed the tires. But
So
this
that
blue
might.
flag situation is kind of getting spicy right now. And I think that's Ake's car. Okay, he just moves out of the way. But I think W should have wanted him to move out of the way much earlier.
This time he's much more close, I guess. But I think that just see the acceleration of that Lambo is much more better than driving. I don't know if it's me. It looked like that.
It is a good car in a straight line. I wasn't it's not a short. It's really good car in a straight line and it just pulls off. So yes, you're not wrong.
Yep. So that it's so very how should I say? Both cars have their abilities. Like every car has its own ability. And here in this battle, I think the Leaf's car on this track, so the Lambo combination with Ricard is helping much more than the McLaren and Paul Ricard.
Yeah, sector 2 is more like W's sector and sector 3 is more like Myth's sector. So that's how it is going. And behind, player has made his move and he's past Kubarabi and now Rishabh is right behind Kubarabi looking at the delta.
Yep, so okay.
Looking at the battle, will Myth be able to close in? I don't think he is able to close in this lap as well. Probably survives another straight.
So I okay, 6 minutes remain and I'm feeling like it should be less than 6. Please quick 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it should be like this. Instead of minutes it should be seconds.
I'm pretty sure it's the other way for the even Davlish is also thinking the same thing because he would just want this to get over. I'm pretty sure he'll be sweating, just waiting for the race to get over. Myth is applying all the pressure that he could right on his back.
Yep, so so I think it's good to stay on board with this battle because we know this will go to the end.
If I think Davlish is experienced enough to know what he needs to do to keep himself ahead, because he knows sector 3. He just has to keep the car on track, and there's no way Amit will overtake. And I think even in Nürburgring he was famous for just getting better exit on the straight. Oh my God, this is a Ricardo Zonta Schumacher moment there.
That would have been so confusing for 5 Should I go?
I mean, sorry, Hakkinen, Schumacher, Zonta, not Ricardo.
I think it was almost such a moment, but well, the move's not done. But again, the blue flags are coming in to spice up the whole battle again.
Oh, he is very close. He is extremely close.
I think Davlish got a better exit.
Yeah, but Davlish, managed to
Davlish was able to, fully use the track on the outside. Mick tried to stick the inside and get a much better exit for the straight, but it just didn't help. The radius of that corner is so large that even Davlish went deep, but still he was able to stay full throttle and get the exit right.
Yeah, and the gap just stays the same on the straight. That's how quick the Lambo is. So yeah, Amit needs to try all the tricks he has under the book as he misses the apex of turn 10 there. Not
That's a
much
mistake right there.
damage done.
It's actually pulling him back.
Yeah,
Yeah, he needs to avoid those. As Amit has been prone to mistakes a lot as he just gifted the lead to Masoom in the first stint by making a mistake. And he has to work hard. He had to work hard to get into this position as
Oh, Myth is
oh
poking
my
his
god,
nose out there.
Davlish goes a bit wide and Amit did think of a move there.
That was
But
Amit
he
trying to
does
force
back
his
out.
way through. Davlish was taking his normal line, but Myth was like, I mean, the way the corner goes up, it's like you open up on the inside line and then you cut back in. And Myth just tried to force his way through, but almost went wrong. But well, they live to fight.
And it's clear as day that Davlish is taking as wide a line as he can, especially into the final corner as well, and into turn 6 onto the straight. So he's doing everything he can to keep that Lambo ahead. Let's see how good an exit Amit can get here, or if any of them make a mistake. As I can see that Davlish goes a bit wide out of turn 4 to get that much of a better exit onto the straight here. And he uses a lot more of the track as well. But I think Amit is a bit closer this time.
Myth
if I'm not
actually
wrong.
had a better line through there. I'm not
Yeah,
sure if
that
he
is
lifted
true.
off. If he had lifted off, I think the advantage would have been nullified. But I don't know. But looks like Myth has got a good run. But again, the Lambo straight line is kind of coming into the rescue at the moment. Kind of
Yeah,
prolonging
right.
the move.
This was the closest he has been in the last 3-4 laps, and he is closing, but I think the straight is not long enough for him.
Oh, but he might go in for
Maybe
the
into
switchback.
turn 11, maybe possible. And Davlish goes a bit wide, and that is the
Sideline.
move done. Davlish has made that mistake, and Amit has forced it out of him. And into turn 11, Amit gets the move done finally after 4 to 5 laps of battling.
Oh, and Slayer gets a drive through. That's really unfortunate for a man who's having a really good race.
No. I think he'll be shattered because he was on for his best finish in IRC so far, and France is his strongest track, and yeah, he will be heartbroken.
Yeah,
there.
he's definitely going to be
Sometime.
very disappointed with himself, but
definitely.
still, that was really good race driven by him. I think he'll still be able to hold on to the M Class T1, I guess.
Maybe, I'm not. Yeah, because Cafe is miles behind him in P12. So
Yes.
I think that should be M Class podium. I mean, M Class win either way. But yeah, that is P6 gone, sadly.
Yeah, still, that would hurt. So I guess the last on-track battle is sorted, except something happens in Sector 2, which is just one long straight.
If now it's Davlish will be using the straight line speed advantage and slipstream, so it'll be down to Amit to get a better exit now. And Amit, I think now will be difficult because Amit has a car ahead to help him with that straight line speed and slipstream. So let's see what Davlish can come up here with. 40 seconds to go. I think this will be the last lap, or will there be one more lap?
I think there's only one more lap. Seeing Masoom, I think he might cross the start-finish line before the 30 seconds run out.
Okay, so yeah, Davlish has one last chance at that P2, or else he'll just have to settle for the final podium spot.
Yep. So it would. I think it would be yes, one more lap. So yeah, I
On
think
the order, Shock also gets a drive through.
Oh, dude, that's frustrating in the final few minutes. Come on.
I think the fatigue is starting to come in here.
Final few seconds, dude. It's almost 2 seconds, and you get a drive through.
Yeah, that's definitely very annoying and frustrating as well. And he could potentially lose his M Class podium. Not so sure.
And if
yes, I think he loses M Class podium. Raja is 13 seconds.
Because Raja is only 13 seconds behind, so yeah, that is very unfortunate for Shock.
And it's time over, guys. So it's the final lap for the drivers. So let's see what we get in our
last round of Davlish versus Amit.
Yep, Davlish has one final chance to get something done, but again, the McLaren is quite strong in the corners, so he's gonna have to drive everything out of that car. to position himself in the sector 2.
Yep. So it's wait. I think he's until unless Smith makes a mistake, it's difficult since the gap is slightly high. Then
Yes.
W would have wanted. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely, Dawlish would not have expected this much of a bigger gap. I
Yep.
definitely think if the gap was a bit closer, he could have forced something out of Smith. But
What
uh,
I think was Davlish would not have been like a lot surprised with this since like in quali we see Davlish was 5 tenths behind Masoom and Smith was almost Masoom's pace. So yep, it's like it would not be annoying. He must have expected it seeing the pace difference between the drivers.
I mean, you do know that. I mean, he does know the pace, but still, as a driver, you obviously want to finish higher. So any position lost is something that the drivers won't take with happy mind. But whatever it might be, he is finishing on the podium today. So Masum
Yep,
finishes P1.
and he like he's okay. He's quite happy with it. And
Yep.
I mean, yeah, he should be. It was like a pure dominant race from him. I don't know if he like he what equipment did. I think we were discussing if he was grading equipment or something, but it's like pure dominance from Masum today. I don't know if equipment helped him or whatever it was, his practice or whatever. We know he's a very fast driver, so yeah.
Yep, he is quite one of the quickest driver we have, and he has proved it once again by finishing P1 in the endurance race today. And Myth
I don't
crosses the
know.
line with P2 and Davlish P3. Some
That's our
good
top
battling in the
three
final few
for us,
laps.
guys. Final top three of the race, and these top three are from the pro class only. So, and if we see the wait, if Slayer and Shock didn't serve their penalties, will they get another penalty?
No, they'll
It's
be getting
a
a time penalty.
90
I
seconds
think
or so, no?
I think it's a 30 plus 30
30
seconds.
seconds, sorry.
Yes.
Yep, so, okay, I can see Shock already got a 30 second. It must have been applied already, right?
Slayer has
I
yet to cross the
I think
line.
yes.
Oh, and he loses the podium by one position and plus podium. That's
Yep, Sanch.
unfortunate.
Axel comes around to finish
Win
P5
the
and take the
silver
silver
class.
class win.
Followed by Helium, which I think he also got caught with that drive through. So I think he would be P2 in that class, and no more pro player would be 3. And yes, a great drive from Slyard. Even with that drive through, like 30-second added, he would be P6. Not P6, but you're leading the AM class. Wait,
No, I don't think
wait.
the penalties are added yet. I think it'll be added later. Yeah, Slayer is
Yeah,
in
it's a
P8 and Shrock is in P15 now.
dude. If we see even with P8, Sly had a great performance. What do you guys want to
Yes,
say on that?
yes. Nonetheless, it's a very great race from him.
So it's
Definitely.
race over for us guys today, and I'm really thankful that I survived this. Even without racing, I survived it. So
So the finishing order, we've got Masum, Myth, Davlish Singh in P1, P2, P3, uh, pro class, of course, and silver we have Excel, Helium, and no more pro player. And I'm class we have Slayer, Take, and Raja rounding out the podium positions for us.
yep. So are we having any interviews today?
Yep. I'm trying to get all the different class podium finishers into the com box.
Okay, I think we can. Okay, we have Davlish in the commentary box, followed by Myth, and I think we are still waiting for Masoom.
So while we wait for Masum, Tanish, why don't you start with Davlish?
Yep, Davlish. So first, let me like congratulations for that P3. I think you must have won that P2, but okay, thoughts on the race?
So actually, the race turned out to be a damage limitation for me. I so starting with qualifying, I had a very eventful 1.5 hours, and even the quali, I had a a lot of things happened. So I couldn't really get any valid lap in up until the last lap. So I thought maybe let's just get one lap in, and that was good enough for P2. Uh, Now in the race, I spun around 2 times, got distracted by some back markers, and then my tires are gone in both of the stints. In the pits, my car just dropped on the jacks, and I lost about 10 seconds there. So a lot that I I mean there's still more to tell right now. So and yeah, one more thing. See, I had I didn't really calculate the amount of fuel that I'll need for this race. I just took uh, 2 stints of 60 liters, and after 30 minutes, what I see is that my fuel tank is almost empty. Then I realized that this won't even take me to the 1 hour mark. I pitted right after the 30 minutes got over, put 90 liters in, and again after 30 minutes, I realized that I don't have enough fuel. So I ran on fuel map 3 for the entire after that. And that's
Uh,
when Myth got close to me. He was catching around 1 second per lap. Then after that, you guys know.
Yep. Well, I think I should say that you had much more eventful race than the whole race. Like we should have called in the com box. We were like getting bored. Okay, we are not seeing any battles. In the end, yes, we really enjoyed a battle between you and Myth. So yep, that was some
Yeah.
great battling. And yeah, it's unfortunate you lost the position, but you have great drive from. Yep, congrats. So now,
I
Deepak, you
wasn't
wanna do?
really there mentally today.
Yep, sometimes happens, and so endurance. So yep, it happens in racing. You know that you are much more experienced than me. So
Definitely, yeah. That's why
yep,
I was going to let Myth pass by me anyway, so because I didn't really have
yep,
very fuel left. I crossed
yep.
with 0.1 liters.
Oh,
That was close.
Yeah.
yeah, I did say you were going to be sweating out, but I guess there was a lot going on under. You must have sweated a lot. So, but still, given all that's happened, you still finished in podium. So that definitely is a really good drive. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. Yeah.
So I think we should move on to Myth now. A guy P2 Pro Class. So Myth, thoughts on the race? I think after like I don't know what happened to you. How did you lose the like first position in the race at the start?
Yeah, basically that was one of the most scariest races. So after qualifying, I basically ran the same setup as qualifying, and I didn't account for the basically when I put a lot of fuel on, the ride height decreases, and I didn't really change the ride height. So on the race, my rear was bottoming out so much, and it was just so oversteering. So in I think the fast right hand after the big straight, I dipped the tire into the curb, and that just threw the rear off, and I spun as a result of it. And basically, the rest of the race was just trying not to spin out. And also, I had 30 liters too much fuel. I didn't calculate that, so it was really eventful race.
So did you get any damage like with that spin?
I didn't get damage with that spin, but then I did get some damage with some contact with the back mark. So that
Yep,
was
I think
another.
there was some ping going on between the drivers.
Yeah.
Yep, anyways, congrats for that P2.
Yeah, thank you.
And Masoom, what a dominant race. I mean, like, I was really trying not to jinx you, after seeing like previous few races, like how you got jinxed starting from pole or whatever P2. But today, yep, really great race, Masoom. So, thoughts on the race?
I think it was mostly down to setup. I think compared to these guys, I set up my car for the race. I could see in the first lap itself that these guys were running, I think, a bit less wing, and I think they were suffering from a little bit more tire wear than me. I think that was ultimately what made the difference today.
Okay, so like, how was like, were you bored in the race or you were like
No,
pushing the car? That's why you were gaining so much.
no, I had 3 track warnings, so it was not very boring for me in the second half.
Same.
Same. I had them in the first 2 laps.
Yeah.
So you were just waiting for someone, please get a drive through or something or what? So you were guys just waiting for that, like you three were battling, so you were just waiting for, please get a drive through, please get a drive through, please. So again position.
I can tell you for sure, I was hoping for that.
He's honest. So, anyways, I think Deepak, would you like to continue with silver class?
Yeah, sure. Okay, let's start with Axel. Axel's here. Axel, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Hello.
Hello, and yep, congratulations on your silver class P1. So just talk us through your race, man. Like you were just underselling yourself before the race, but here you are, P1 of your class. So just describe us your race.
No, I think my pace today wasn't great. I think the position flatters my race. I think, yeah, I definitely was not on the pace today. I was definitely at least a second off the top four, top five guys. And yeah, really impressive race for me. I was pretty happy with my performance. I was really ready to accept any result in this race. So P1 comes as a surprise for me. Yeah, it's a average race. I think Kuberabi and Slayer really surprised me. I think both of them had insane pace. Really, really impressive race from both of them. They proper had me shitting bricks halfway through my first stint with their pace. And towards the end, Kuberabi overtook me as well at the end of the first stint. But towards the end of the second stint, I think I just managed to pull away a little bit. So yeah, that's about it from me. Yeah, happy with my result, of course.
That's great. That's great. So yeah, congratulations. And I don't think we have Helium with us. So moving on. Okay, more pro players. Okay, so yeah, how was your race, man?
Most of it you watched anyways, so
Yes, I
nothing,
know.
nothing much. So basically, this is the first time me driving this track, and yesterday night was the first time when I went on YouTube and was like track guide, and then I drove for 2 hours today before the race. So based on that and comparing to the folks here who have put in a lot of effort, I'm very happy with my result. I was expecting to catch Eitzel as well towards the end and overtake him because in the second stint after my first pit stop I carried very less fuel and it was basically a run to the end. I was catching these people at a rate of 1 second and then Kuberabi was there, so me and him had a little battle. I did a bit of an unfair move, so I let him by. And then next corner, that is turn 9, the fast right-hander after the long straight. So I was just behind him, and he slightly braked on the apex. So I just hit his rear, and that sent me and him spinning. So that was pretty much the end of the chase, and because of that, Helium also got past me. But yeah, I was expecting to get to P1, but before this race started, I was expecting to be lower. After quali itself, I was surprised by my results, so I am still very happy with where I finished.
So much things happened, but we were just engrossed in the P2, P3 battle that was going on. I think we missed a lot of stuff going there. And
Yeah,
actually, I enjoyed the
basically,
battle that we had also. It was quite
yeah,
interesting.
basically after turn 2, so I started in P7 or P6. So after turn 2, because of an incident with Salaya on the outside and me on the inside, I dropped to P18. So literally after turn 2, I was P18, and from coming from P18 to P7, I will take that any day of the week.
Yeah, that was definitely a good recovery from me. Even we were quite surprised in the comp box in your pace and second stint because it was quite a blistering pace. And I think it explains when you said that you carried less fuel on the second stint. But
Yeah,
yes, still a good performance. Congratulations on your podium.
yeah, thank you.
Okay, moving on. Oh, we're missing Slayer here. Uh, a really good race, okay.
No, he is there. Sly on keys.
Slayer's here.
I am there. I am there.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I must be blind anyway.
No, pretty decent race from my side, if you see, but got unlucky at the end. I think on the second last lap, I got a drive through, but I think I just extended by 1 pixel. Maybe I was just going through the replays right now
Uh-huh.
because I was pretty mad on my own stream that I got a drive through. I was going pretty well in P6, and I had a great battle with 8 as well in during the whole race, and Dipanshu and Kubarabi as well. They both had great pace. They both just caught up to me by like seconds a lap, and because one of the reasons for that was I pitted for used tires. So that
Oh,
was, yeah. So I pitted for used tires, which I did not realize. I thought it was just a glitch, but then when I saw my pace dropping off, I just knew it was used tires. So I remember using that set in quali. So it was used tires for me. And then after that, just 8 overtook me, and then Dipanshu and Kubarabi, I think they had a huge crash. So that helped me out a bit, but in the end, I got a drive through and fell back behind them. So P8, I'm still pretty happy to get first in AM class. Best result so far. So I hope I can go forward from here.
Yeah, that's a really good way of taking things. Even you, the combox, are quite disappointed when you got to drive through because you were on course for your best ever finish in IRC. But well, that's really good attitude from you taking it, whatever comes. But yes, congratulations on your P1.
Yep, thank you.
Okay. Kake, could you talk us
Yeah,
through your race? That was a very chaotic start we had at the start.
yeah, man. I mean, I didn't even believe myself I qualified that high because, like, till yesterday night, I was struggling like a madman. Myth was just, tutoring me in the voice chat, but still up to no avail. So, yeah, maybe the setup performed a bit better with low fuel. So, yeah, anyways, on the opening lap, that fast right-hander, I just lost it. And then, bro, pretty bad pace race overall as well. I mean, better than yesterday, but yeah, pretty average race.
Yeah, man, I was confused. Like, did you lose your car at that right-hander?
Yeah, I just lost the rear end, and yeah, that fell down to P17 or 16 maybe.
Because I just then
Yeah,
passed you and expected you to come back to the next right-hander, but there were no cars behind. I was confused at that
yeah.
point.
Even I was surprised that you didn't finish. I was like, wait, how am I P2? You were ahead of me. Raja was
Yeah,
ahead of me.
well, the endurance jinx kicked in again, got disconnected.
Yeah,
So, yeah, let's just leave it at that.
yep.
Anyway, congratulations on your RAM class P2, man. That was a really
Yeah,
good race from you as well.
thanks, man.
Okay, up next we have Raja. Do we have him in the BC? Eccentric handshake.
Unfortunately, no. He had to leave early, so unfortunately, we
Oh,
don't have Raja.
okay. Okay, still, that was still a very good race from all of our races today. Had a really good, clean race, I would guess. And congratulations to all the podium finishers and generally to all the finishers as well, because driving 90 minutes at a single sitting, it's not quite easy. But again, congratulations to everyone.
Yep, congrats from my side as well. Great endurance racing, great driving from everyone.
Hey, so and on that note, yeah, ending the stream and see you guys in the next event. Bye bye. Have a good night.